Welcome guys to the 2024 Gaming and Music Room Tour. As it is, it's been a couple of months since the last update and we're starting to settle in this room. It's starting to take shape with all the things in the right places, with a couple of exceptions. Of course, here we've got a couple of bikes, because seeing as though it is a garage, I'm gonna still see what I can do with this little section here, but that's kind of the messiest part with the drums and the bikes there. And also over here where I load and unload gear for music gigs, because I actively play music live, which is how this kind of gets funded. I was also signed as a recording musician for a couple of years in my early 20s and got started then. I guess it's been almost 20 years of collecting, with thrift stores, secondhand deals, some things new, but some hand-me-downs as well, including this sort of like piano here that was handed me down from my in-laws. But yeah, there's been a couple of updates, so I think I'll just make this a really quick video to show you how the room now looks, with being a little tidier than before, I think. Or so I think anyways. Let's get started, shall we? First of all, if you're new to this channel, hit like and subscribe and comment as well. Let me know how you're doing. Alright, so my two favorites are music production and gaming related stuff. So here is my Vanguard V13 microphone, which I use for vocals. I've got a couple of other microphones in the mic collection, but that's currently what's there for now. There's a couple of collectibles here on display, especially this like Final Fantasy thing here, which I think is really cool. The original pixelated version of all the characters. Over here is lots and lots of games and movies, all sorted in these little nappy boxes which I've been collecting. So it's kind of cool how it gets displayed. I want to put this out of the floor for a moment, but for now it's there. This is a secondhand thrift store find of the, let's have a look, 15th anniversary edition arcade stick. I just really love the graphics of all the Street Fighter guys on that, so I thought that's really cool. Over here is some synthesizers in that and lots of cool stuff. Some more games over here, again sorted by the nappy boxes, which is there we go. I'm sure some of you will pick that up and do the same thing. Why not? This is sort of the movie center here. We've got nice speakers and sub. If I want to sit down and watch a movie, I can. Over there's some more mic locker stuff. So notable mention is like Neumann's and all sorts of cool fun stuff. This room has lots of toys and gadgets, so it's heavily CCTV monitored and door sensors and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, over here is all the rack mounted things. This is probably my favorite part of the studio because it looks the most impressive and very useful actually. So channel strips of all the colorful sounds and stuff, clean sounds. Rack here for guitar, 11 rack. This is really cool. So what I've done is I've set it up so that I can use these channel strips and just go plug my XLR cables in there out into a mixer, so it's really accessible. Over here is one of my favorite things, Sega Master System. Back in the day, in the 90s, I was one of the only few kids in the block that had a Sega Master System, because it was quite rare to have them in New Zealand. Over here is the Crix sort of SD card, Crix Everdrive thing, which has all the Master System games, and I'm glad I got that at the time because now it's really hard to find, I think. A couple of channel strip stuff down there, and moving on. So these are synthesizers. and effects as well. This is a really cool addition. This is a Korg Prophecy. So for fans of like the Prodigy and that, it's got lots of cool sounds in there. Fender Supersonic, I've used that a lot in my guitar recordings. And also, I just think this looks amazingly cool. The Kemper Profiler. And pretty handy too. This is the Roland D50. I really love vintage synths. So I've got a few. So Korg M1 there. So as you can tell, I like 80s and 90s synths. And this one here is the Go Piano by Roland. Really cool because it's got built-in Bluetooth and speakers. Over here, I've been watching a lot of game room tours and that, and they seem to display boxes. So this is kind of my box display area, I think. Like to develop a bit more. Access via a synthesizer, really cool, and the machine over there for beat making. I really like these Boutiques and how it's displayed here. So the Boutique Roland, so the JD08, and this one here. I've got two more somewhere in storage, but those are the two are currently displayed. A couple of books that I like. Moving on. Over here actually is some like cameras that I like. Game Boy. Alright, down here is lots and lots of CDs, which you probably can't see in the light, but lots of CDs. My guitar collection is here. This is my Kiwi Radio project, so Kiwiradio.nz, 24/7 radio station, if you want to check it out. Over here is this is my sitting station, I guess, which is really cool. It's upgraded a lot since the last video. A little bit tidier, I think, and how I really like how it's set up now. When I do live streams, these lights are already set to go. There's another one there which I haven't turned on because it's quite bright. But yeah, and I can also, use this as well and get adjustable light as well. Don't think I've plugged it in, but that's because I was moving stuff around. But yeah, this is my radio station I was talking about, Kiwiradio.nz. Yeah, there's a switch there in the back. I put this Canon camera there for my webcam. It's actually not the webcam I currently use. The one I use right now is the Osmo Pocket 3 for my webcam. Reason why I like it, it's got face track, so if I move around, it can still see me. And but I'm currently using it to film this video because of its stabilization. There's Logic Pro there. One of the coolest software finds I've found so far is this EQ Mac, which is really cool because it can load your plugins in that. And I've actually bought 2 licenses, one for here and one for my laptop, so I look forward to gigging with that because I can actually get mastered sound with plugins. So there we go. There's my Steam Deck there in the corner with shortcuts. Focusrite Claret 4 Pre is my sound card. I really like that. My wife actually bought me that as a present. And UAD satellite there for the Universal Audio plugins. And this is the iPad 9th generation there as well. And yeah, this is a Steam controller for gaming, wireless one. And Sonic is pride and center because he is awesome. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I've actually got an HDMI switch hidden in the background there for if I'm switching between, the different HDMI inputs for like my gaming setup. My PC setup is over there as well if I want to do PC gaming. I mainly use like a Mac, so Mac Minis right there, and I really like the Mac Minis. It's an M1. This one here is a Rodecaster. This is the heartbeat of my podcasting setup. I do have a Rodecaster 2 as well, the second version that released, but I use that one for live actually, which is a strange way of using it, but I do use it as a live mixer. And here is a JBL Big Knob. It's really cool. I actually tuned this. I set up a tuning microphone and tune this room because it's not like the best treated or anything like that. I was surprised at how flat this room is, and it only had sort of a bump in 324 hertz or something like that as a standing wave for those audio engineers in the know. So I was pretty surprised at how flat this room was though. But I guess I have used a couple of softeners around the room to soften bouncing walls on the concrete. So there's like that over there in the back. This one over here, foam in the back there. So yeah, I don't have any, clouds or anything like that, but I think because this is a garage, it's quite cool how, well, first of all, it's quite cool how it can hang gear and lights and that at the top, but I don't know, it just seems to break the sound evenly, and I was, again, really surprised at how flat this room is, with the exception of 324 hertz being a ramping wave. Cool. Here's a couple more synthesizers here. The Roland JP8000, probably one of my favorite pickups because I got it relatively cheap. But yeah, the guy was getting rid of it. He was going away overseas or something. The one exception is it is mono now, like it's meant to be stereo, but I don't mind. It is an old synthesizer. So here's another cool find, is the Mofat Keys MK6. I highly recommend you check out some demos on YouTube for this, because as soon as I heard the demos, I really liked the presets on that. Roland Juno Stage, this is my go-to piano right now, like, for digital piano. This one here I had bought as a birthday present to myself, Casio Previa. Unfortunately, my young son, who's now 2, decided this was upstairs because I wanted him to tinker around with keyboards, but note to parents, 2 is probably too young because he stuck a drumstick right there and popped the piano keys out. I tried to open the keyboard to try and fix it, but realized didn't know what I was doing. So basically it's fully functional, except a couple of keys dead. I also stuffed up the MIDI inputs or something like that because I did open it right up, and probably didn't screw it back together properly either. So yeah, anyways, it's kind of semi-working, but yeah, note to any parents out there with young children, 2 is probably too young. I started playing piano in that when I was 7, so yeah, I'll wait a couple more years, see if he's got an interest in music. Yamaha PS55, this is probably one of my favorite finds because it was a bit of a gamble. Got it for like $30 or something like that in New Zealand, and it was really, really dirty, so I had to like really clean it up. But it is actually working, and it's from the early 80s, so it's really old. It's got built-in speakers, which is equally cool. Over here, another really cool thrift store find is this Nord synthesizer. Now, another faulty thing is a couple of keys don't work at the bottom, but that's okay, because that's what you get for the second-hand equipment. Nord Electro Rack 2 over there, and one of my favorite synthesizers, Roland JDXI. Definitely check that out. At some stage I'll probably go through my live stuff, but it's currently in disarray because yeah, I'm kind of like in and out all the time doing gigs. This one here, Zoom mixer, not sure if I'll keep it yet because I'm kind of wanting to downsize a little bit, I guess, but a couple of old gear that I don't use right now. So the old machine, some old MIDI stuff, and yeah, pretty much. But there we go. That is the room tour. Looks a lot cooler, I reckon, than the last video. I could go more in depth, but if there is anything you want me to go in depth, let me know in the comments section. Do check out Kiwiradio.nz, which is 24/7 radio station, bit of a passion project. We regularly interview Kiwi musicians and all that, and I actually had, out of 106 guests or episodes, my first guest come in studio and play as well in studio, which was really fun. So that's the website again, Kiwiradio.nz. Another plug. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this game room tour. Hit like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you on the flip side. Stay cool and stay creative. Bye for now.